Welcome to Crime and Wine. I'm Pamela Fagan Hutchins, your host, and this is the show where I talk with other crime fiction writers about the stories of thrills and suspense that will leave you mystified, sometimes horrified, and always wanting more. Please join me in welcoming today's special guest. Hello out there. This is Pamela Fagan Hutchins. You probably already knew that from the intro. I am coming to you from 2.5 feet of snow in Wyoming tonight. I hope it's warm where you are. We're going to find out how it is where my guest is from. Please join me in welcoming Lisa Regan. Hello, Lisa.
Hello.
Welcome back to the show. I've changed things up a little bit since you were here last.
It looks great.
Well, thank you. And congratulations on number 16 for you and Josie Quinn.
Thank you so much. It's very exciting.
Lisa knows, you guys know that I'm legit a fan of Josie Quinn. And I think this one's my favorite.
It's hard. That's wonderful.
I mean, you don't want to play favorites with your children, right? But if other people want to, right, that's okay. But I really enjoyed it. And I would love to have you tell the watchers, the listeners, the readers a little bit about The Innocent Wife.
So The Innocent Wife, for me, it started out as this idea of having a couple who were marriage counselors, and they wrote a book together, which became like an international bestseller. And then they started a show and a podcast. And in my little fictional town of Denton, they've become local celebrities. They have this morning show. They give out relationship advice. They're just kind of going viral in every way. And what I thought would be really cool was if we killed one of them. And then Josie would have to, jump in there and find out what's going on behind the scenes of this perfect marriage. So in the beginning of the book, the wife is found murdered on their 15th anniversary at the 15th wedding anniversary dinner that she was putting together for them. And so from there, as Josie investigates, just their lives kind of begin to unravel their little perfect marriage.
One of the things I think I really love about what you do is you set such a wonderful opening scene that puts such contrast in when everything falls apart. I mean, I think back to the book where Josie's in her wedding dress and gets pulled away from her wedding to run and solve a crime. So we've got that picture. And now we've got the perfect wife and the perfect anniversary dinner. And then we have murder most foul. So yeah. Good on you. Oh, you're evil, Lisa. So now, okay, so with your other story ideas, where do they come from? Like did you know someone who had a perfect marriage and thought, that's it, I'm going to do this? Or what did you come up with here?
No, I just, most of the time it's like a what if thing. But the thing that gave me the idea for this is I had seen this thing online. It's this card. There's cards. Let me see. There we go. And I was like, I had seen them. Like it was like an ad on my Facebook feed. And I was like, well, that's just silly. And then I was thinking like, well, people put it like they're, these are real things, advice columns, products, to foster intimacy between you and your partner, to, improve your relationship, to make things fun. And I thought, wow, wouldn't it be cool to do a story about a couple, like not just one person, but a couple that does that for a living, and then kind of flip it on its head. And so then I actually had started writing the idea for the story, writing the outline, the premise and all that. And then the ad popped up like a few weeks later. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to buy those cards.
Oh my gosh.
And because I had to do some research into what kinds of things were out there for couples wishing to, um, get a little closer or spice things up a little. So I read a lot of articles. I looked at these cards, and then my couple in my book, they have this. Their whole concept is that they want to bring couples closer together through fun and through play. So they have all these games that they have their viewers play, and these cards were kind of helpful in thinking about what kinds of questions would couples ask each other in games. So
You now tell the truth. Did you make your husband do any of these things from the cards with you? Did y'all?
I did not. I did not. He would have, but I was like, I looked through them and I was like, oh, he knows all this stuff.
And you guys, you probably know this from following Lisa, but for those of you that don't, she has the world's most supportive, nicest husband. Yes. She has the perfect marriage, doesn't need the cards, no worry about a murder in this relationship. It's super good. Just getting that out there.
And I have to give him even more props because, I do use him as a resource for a lot of things because he was in the military. He's a hunter, fisher, and he just knows a lot of stuff. And I was like, there's a scene in the book where Josie has to go into a cave. And I was like, I need, what kind of animal might you find in a cave in January in Pennsylvania? And so he gave me a suggestion and I used it and my editor loved it. And so it is in the book.
Yay! Now, okay, I'm trying to remember the latest I saw on Facebook. He got you like a super cool detective shield or
yeah. It's Josie's badge number on it.
Oh my gosh.
I should have put it on. I was flustered trying to get ready on time and I forgot to put it on, but it's beautiful and it's so thoughtful and it's just I never would have thought of that, but I just think it's really cool.
It's the latest in a long line of husband goals activities by Lisa's husband. So we're getting some comments on Facebook. You guys feel free to ask questions. I can see them. Lisa can't. I put them on the screen. So I'm going to do that with a few of them. We've got Linda saying heart, heart, heart. We've got Gretchen saying hi and congratulations. Maureen saying looking good. Ava with a heart. I'm going to tell the truth. This is my husband. He says we're both husband. He's upstairs watching. He can hear me. I don't know why he has to comment on Facebook. Welcome, ladies, from Kathy. Wendy says, hi, Lisa. I found it. And then we have congratulations on the release. Love, Josie. So you get some love, girl. And now I think everyone should be reminded that there's much more excitement here to come because recently you signed a rather large deal with your publisher. Tell us about
that. It's a 15-book deal. So that's 15 more Josie books and it's on top of the previous contracts that I had already been signed up for. And those contracts total 20 books. So with the 15, we're looking at 35 Josie Quinn books to come.
That is utterly amazing. That's a lot more cool gifts from your husband. But no, it's super good news for all of us. Now, with respect to where you are in the process, so this was number 16. Mm-hmm. Is number 17, got a date, a release date now yet, or are you be close?
I'm working on it. I believe the release date for 17 will be May 3rd. And then I'm waiting to find out, the release dates for, like 18 and 19, because I've already started outlining those. So I'll need, I'll have the dates ahead of time so I know when to be finished.
Which brings up something cool for all of your readers, which is that at any given time, you've got several things going at once for them with Josie in the pipeline. So you should thank Lisa's brain. It's probably very tired. Okay, so not only, I'm sure, do we have Lisa fans on here, but I imagine we have fans of Mr. Phillip.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and
So,
he did not get banned this evening for
oh,
Phillip.
Mr. Phillip.
Phillip. I don't know if you can see his little.
I see him. I see him. He's quiet and he's like not moving. Nope. Won't move except for snacks. Somebody get out the dog treats. Of plastic or something, to get them going. Well, I have, when Lisa and I were on chatting for just a minute before, there was a puppy howling in the background. I'm not going to inflict my dogs on you. Otherwise, I would bring Petey, my Boston Terrier, to give a little virtual wave to Lisa, who we got to meet in person last June. The highlight of the summer, really.
Indeed. It was wonderful.
It was wonderful. It was super good to meet you in person. I wish I could do that with all of the people I get to know through the show, but if it had to be one, I'm super glad it was you. Although I also met Danielle Girard. So
very nice.
Very nice. So with respect to a certain part of the show that I like to call the speed round, I throw some of the same questions and sometimes random questions at my guests to see what their quirky little answers will be. First, I'm going to check and see what else we're getting in terms of questions or comments, because I make sure that I stay true to answering people's questions. Will they ever look at making your books into a TV series?
I hope so.
That's right. We've got a yay. We've got a woohoo. We've got so excited about 35 books, speechless with awe. Long live Josie. You're amazingly prolific. And then we have from plain paper to final edit. How long is the process for you in writing a Josie book?
It's about 4 months.
4 months.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And with Gretchen saying that she's
I hope so too, Gretchen.
And then love Mr. Phillip. Of course we love Mr. Phillips. With that many books, Josie's going to be solving murders in her retirement home. Oh my God, that would be awesome.
Indeed.
Phillip is a superstar, and more love. Okay, so let's get to the speed round. And if Mr. Phillip needs to help you with any of these, you're welcome to get him too. All right. So, favorite place traveled to or lived in?
It was Citizens Bank Park, which is not really a place, I guess. But like, if I had to think of a place that I just absolutely love, it's the Phillies ballpark.
And they had such a really good year.
Great year.
You got to go to some games.
We did. We went to a World Series game, which was like, it was incredible. It was amazing. I mean, they lost, but it was not even the energy on a regular day, any time of the year at that place is off the charts. So to be there for a World Series game was unlike anything I've ever experienced.
So this isn't in the speed round, but inquiring minds need to know, is Mr. Phillip named after the team?
No, that's just a lucky coincidence.
Your brain made some accidental connection there. Okay. So sushi or pizza?
Pizza.
Thank goodness. You can come to dinner at my house then. Plotter or pantser? I know the answer to this one.
Oh, it's a plotter now. Yeah.
recently inducted into the plotter path.
Yeah.
Life is easier as a plotter, but it's so painful. I mean, is there anything worse than synopsis and outline?
Yeah.
Gosh, it's like they're made to torture writers. Okay, writing outfit. This is a dangerous question. Last time I got an R-rated answer from DK Hood. It was awesome. So writing outfit.
Sweatpants and just a t-shirt that I should have thrown away about 3 years ago that has various coffee and other stains on it because I can't feed myself for some reason, even now that I'm getting up there. Yeah. That's really it.
I love it. I love it. You're recycling. You're keeping, you're keeping taking care of the planet by not just throwing away, making your
Yeah.
clothing disposable. Okay. If you had a theme song, or it could be Josie's theme song, what would it be?
I would have to go with I Won't Back Down by Tom Petty, probably for both of us.
Oh,
But for
that's a good.
different reasons.
Yeah. Well, I could see it for both of you. I like that. If you could be something other than a writer for one day, and then you had to come back to being a writer, what would it be?
Oh, like not like a make your living doing it,
Yeah,
just to
you
like
just
just
gotta
to
you get a
experience
fantasy
it.
day. Yeah.
A fighter jet pilot, I think.
Really?
Yeah, that would be so cool. I mean, I would probably vomit a lot, but I think it would still be really cool.
Like inside the windshield wipers, to get the bottom off. So your husband, you said he was in the military. Was he a
Mhm.
fighter
He was
pilot?
No, he was in the Marines, but he was stationed in an air wing, so he knows like all kinds of he knows so much about aviation. It's insane.
Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. I have a brother that was a Marine that was a Cobra pilot, and I use him for my go-to when I have flight stuff. But I haven't written a military character. I need to do that. Okay, a few more questions coming in or comments, and they're fun. Do you ever see Josie having children?
I don't know, and I don't want to say too much about that, but you guys will have an answer. I would say in the next 2 or 3 books.
Yeah. Yeah. That's too big a spoiler to let go. What are the different reasons that Lisa and Josie have the Won't Back Down as a theme song? Go Maddie on the make sure we go all the way on that question. Thank you, Maddie. What's
I think so Josie is obviously she's always running toward the danger, and she's just this total badass, and she always gets her perpetrator. But I would say for her it makes sense, but for me I'm much more of a wimp, but I am stubborn to the point of absolute madness. So um to me I'm like, if I want something and I'm driven, I will keep going even when it doesn't make sense to continue.
That makes sense to me. Well, I wouldn't call you a wimp, but that makes sense to me. What do you enjoy most out of the writing process? We already know it's not plotting.
No.
First draft, the rewrite after a structural edit, thinking up the ideas. What's your jam?
I think the first draft, because it's all, you can do your worst and it's fine because you can fix it later.
Shitty first drafts, gotta love
Yeah.
them. Thank you, Anne Lamont. Let's see, the 5 things you spend your lottery winnings on.
Travel, a small army of Boston Terriers, if my husband would allow it.
Sorry, I probably just laughed right over your answer, but she said small army of Boston Terriers.
Travel, and travel.
So I like that. So it wasn't Phillies game. She's going afield here with us.
Well, I could travel around the country going to games, as many Phillies fans do.
There you go. You could get like a big travel trailer with the Army of Boston Terriers inside the travel trailer, all dressed in little Phillies jerseys.
Oh, I'm ready for it. Yeah.
So cute. And we have to throw in there that, of course, that your alter ego Josie, of course, also has an adorable Boston Terrier.
Indeed
she does. Well, folks, that is all of the speed round questions that I have for poor Lisa tonight. And I want to thank you again for keeping Josie alive for us, for the great new book, and for being on the show. It's been fun to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Anytime. Come back and see me. And so you guys, let's all wave goodbye to Lisa. She's about to disappear. And this is the part of the show where you're stuck with me for a second as I do the obligatory, you got to check out the upcoming shows of the past shows. Check out the books of the authors. You can find them all at PamelaFaganHutchins.com. You can even find my old Lisa Regan interview there. You can find my new releases, Sitting Duck and Bighorn. You can read them all to your heart's content. The ebooks are exclusive to Amazon, but paperback, large print, audio everywhere else. Most importantly, Crime and Wine is a copyrighted and solely owned production of Authors on the Air Global Radio Network. Praise she from whom all blessings flow, Pam Stack, for this wonderful opportunity for us authors to get together and talk. So you guys, I will see you on the next show. Thank you so much for being here. Go read a good book, why don't you? I recommend An Innocent Wife by Lisa Regan.
Thanks for joining us today on Crime and Wine, chats with crime fiction authors and Pamela Fagan Hutchins. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll check back in with us next time for more thrills, suspense, and stories that will mystify, sometimes horrify, and always leave you wanting more.